ಹೆಲೋ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಸ್ವಾತಿ ಚಾನೆಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾತಿ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು AIB ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಏನು ನಡೀತದೆ ಅದರ 4th ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ AIB 14. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದು 15 ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ 2019 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾವು 15, 16 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 17 3 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಬಟನ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀವು ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಯು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಯೋರ್ LLB. ಸೊ ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ನೀವು ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಸ್ವಾತಿ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ. ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಓಪನ್. ನೀವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ಗೆ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ನ ಈಗಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 6 ಮಂತ್ಸಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ನೀವು ಏನು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಈ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ನಂಬರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು 9650849915. ಸೊ ಈ ನಂಬರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬರ್ತಿರೋಂಥ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವೆರೀಸ್ ಹಾಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನೀವು ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ದೀಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ will ensure your prelims, mains and interview ಮೂರನ್ನು ಸಹ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ನಡೆಸ್ತಿರೋಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್. ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಫಾರ್ 6 months. ಸೊ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲೈವ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈವ್ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ 15,000 rupees. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಯೋರ್ ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನಾವ್. ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ಪೈರಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಆದರೂ ಸರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ಸರಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಂಡೇ ನಡೆಯುವಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 2-3 hours ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ನ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಈಗಲಿಂದ ಎನ್ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆನ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್. ಸೊ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ನೋನ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಶೇರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಜುಡಿಷರಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಆಸೆ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಾದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಅಸ್ ಆನ್ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ AIB ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋಂಥವ್ರು PDF-ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಗ್ರೂಪನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಲಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. AIB 14 ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೆಂಡ್ ಟು ರಿಪೀಟ್. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರುವಂಥ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಎಂಡ್ ತನಕ ನೋಡಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಬಲ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ನೀವು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿರೋಂಥ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Question number 1. Which of the following is not a duty of an advocate or to court? ಯಾವುದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲ? To not commit breach of section 126 of Evidence Act, definitely. To not to appear on behalf of any organization of whose executive committee he is a member. To not appear before a court, tribunal or authority in which his near relation is a member. To conduct himself with dignity and self-respect during presentation of a case before a court and otherwise acting before a court. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ A. Question number 2. Which of the following rules of the chapter 2 of part 6 of the Bar Council rules deal with the duty of an advocate in respect of any money received by him from client? Option A, rule 25. Question number 3. You don't have to worry that Advocates Act ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಓದಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನೀವು AIB ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ AIB ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯಾರು ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಸಹ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾವು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದೇ ಚಾನಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಸ್ವಾತಿ ಚಾನಲ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಲಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಐ ಬಟನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಾಚ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. Question number 3. The provisions relating to dowry is given under section 304B of IPC. Direct question. Which of the following section is designed to curb infanticide? Section 315 of IPC. Ivella direct questions, section based. Question number 5. Which of the following is an infringement of the registered trademark? Use of a mark identical to the trademark in relation to the goods without authorization, advertising of the trademark such that the advertisement is against the reputation of the trademark, use of that trademark as a business name without authorization. All of the above. Correct answer is all of the above. Idellanu infringement agutte. Question number 6. A person undergoing life imprisonment if attempts to commit murder and hurt is caused thereby, he may be punished with life imprisonment, death, imprisonment. All of the above. Question number 7. Residuary powers in India may be exercised by Parliament. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ residuary powers? Comment section ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸಿ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Question number 8. The punishment to which offenders are liable under the provision of IPC are death and imprisonment for life, rigorous imprisonment and simple imprisonment, forfeiture of property and fine. All of the above. Correct answer, all of the above. M. McNaughton rules form the basis of the law of McNaughton rules form insanity. Question number 10. Ensuring the safety, health and welfare of the employees is the primary purpose of the Factories Act. Question number 11. In which case Supreme Court held that whether teachers are not workmen. E case bandu University of Delhi versus Ramnath 1963 case. Question number 12. Under section 2 clause CC of the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, closure means the permanent closing down of the place of the employment or part thereof, the partly closing down of a place of employment or part thereof, the temporary closing down of the place of employment or part thereof, the short term closing down of the place or a part thereof. Correct answer is A. Idu permanent closing down na ನಾವು closure anta ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Question number 13. It deals with the internal management and the affairs of the company. Prospectus, articles of association, memorandum of association, debenture. Correct answer is article of association. Question number 14. Public Liability Insurance Act was enacted in. It was enacted in 1991. Environmental Impact Assessment EIA is mandatory under. It is mandatory under Environment Protection Act. Question number 16. A reference can be made during the pendency of the case. The subordinate court refers the case to the High Court for the latter's opinion on a question of law. The subordinate court refers the case to the High Court for the latter's opinion on a question of evidence. The subordinate court refers the case to the High Court for the latter's opinion on the question of fact. The subordinate court refers the case to the High Court for the latter's opinion on the court procedure. It's about question of law. Question number 17. A person can apply for the review of judgment when he is aggrieved by the decree or order from which an appeal is allowed but no appeal has been preferred. He is aggrieved by the decree or order from which no appeal is allowed. He is aggrieved by a decision on a reference from the court of small causes. All of the above. All of the above. Correct answer. Question number 18. In which of the following cases the remedy of the revision is not available? Revision is not available in cases which first appeal lies, cases in which second appeal lies, interlocutory orders, all of the above. Under which of the following sections of CRPC provisions relating to police report is given? Police report provisions are given under section 173 clause 2 subclause 1. Question number 20. Which one of the following provision of CRPC deals with anticipatory bail? Anticipatory bail section 438 of CRPC. Provision relating to cancellation of bond and bail bond is given under. It's given under 446A. Cancellation of bail and bail bond. Question number 22. Mesne profit of the means profit illa mesne profit both are same. Means those profit by which the person in wrongful possession of such property actually received or might have received therefrom together with the interest on such property. The profits due or to the improvements made by the person in wrongful possession. Both A and B, none of the above. Correct answer ನಿಮಗೆ option A. Question number 23. Which of the following is not a legal representative? Executors and administrators, Hindu co-partners, creditor, intermeddler. Option C, creditor. Which order has been specially enacted to protect the interest of the minors and unsound mind? Minors and unsound mind protected under Order 32. Question number 25. Which order of the CPC lays down the general rules governing pleadings in the court? Pleadings, option A, Order 6. Question number 26. Second appeal under the section 100 is applicable. Substantial question of law as formulated by the High Court. Correct. Substantial question of law as not formulated by the High Court. As an appellate decree and passed ex parte, all of the above. Question number 26. Correct answer is option A. 27. A places men with firearms at the outlets of the building and tells Z that they will fire at the Z if he attempts to leave the building. A is wrongfully restrained Z, wrongfully confined Z, both A and B, none of the above. Correct answer nimige option D, none of the above. Sorry, Ilya, answer is wrongfully restrained Z. This is a repeated question and nimma illustrations in the keliranta question idu. Question number 28. A incites a dog to spring upon Z without Z's consent if A intends to cause injury, fear or annoyance to Z. A uses force to Z. A assaulted Z. A used criminal force to Z. None of the above. Correct answer here is your option C. A uses criminal force to Z. Question number 29. A causes cattle to enter upon the field belonging to Z, intending to cause and knowing that he is likely to cause damage to Z's crop. A has committed the mistake of A has committed mischief. Question number 30. Which one of the following provisions of the Advocates Act 1961 provides for the power of Bar Council of India to withdraw to itself any proceedings or disciplinary action pending before any state bar council? Section 36 clause 2 of the Advocates Act has this provision. Question number 31. Which court or the authority has the power to punish any person for contempt of the National Company Law Tribunal? National Company Law Tribunal ige ide ee ondu authority. Question number 32. Which of the following is not a vested interest? Which of the following is not a vested interest? A stipulates that title in a property shall pass to C on his death. A stipulates that title in property shall pass to C on death of B. A stipulates that the title in property shall pass to C if he marries B. A stipulates that title in property shall pass to C after 10 years. Idu vested interest na on the example. Question number 33. Which of the following is wrong in respect of the law of copyright? Copyright protects only the expression, not idea. There is no copyright in respect of fact. There is no copyright in a government work. Copyright doesn't require registration. So correct answer, there is no copyright in a government work, is wrong. Question number 34. Public interest litigation is relaxation of which of the following requirements? So public PIL is relaxation on locus standi. Question number 35. Which of the following is not a case of public interest litigation? ಯಾವುದು PIL ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. So correct answer is Keshavananda Bharti versus State of Kerala, because we know that ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಂಚೆದು, it's not about PIL. Question number 36. Which of the following can be done by a senior advocate in accordance with the rules of Bar Council of India? Make concessions on behalf of the client on instructions from junior advocate, accept instruction to draft a pleading, accept brief directly from a client, none of the above. Option A is the correct answer. Question number 37. Under which one of the following section of the CRPC police officer is under obligation to inform the accused ground of right to bail? Under option B, that is section 50, police officer is under obligation to inform the ground. Question number 38. Under what circumstances court can issue an order for the attachment of the property of a person absconding? A. Where the person to whom the proclamation is issued about to dispose of the whole of the property. B. Where a person to whom the proclamation is issued to about to dispose any part of his property, where the person to whom the proclamation is issued is about to remove the whole of or any of the property from the local jurisdiction of the court, all of the above. So correct answer here is option D, all of the above. 39. Inherent power under the section 482 CRPC can be exercised by. Inherent power can be exercised by the High Court if it is proved that a man has not been heard of for dash by those who would naturally have heard of him if he were alive. The presumption under section 108 of the Indian Evidence Act is that he is dead. So it's of the year 7 years of since 7 years, if nobody has heard about him, then he'll be presumed to be dead. Question number 41. A dumb witness given his evidence in writing in the open court, such evidence would be treated as an oral evidence. Question number 42. Which of the following is not a public document? Bank book, post-mortem report, judgment of the High Court, registered sale deed. Bank book is not a public document. Question number 43. The liability under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act is strict liability. Question number 44. The objective of the Land Acquisition Act 1894 are an act to amend the law for the acquisition of the land for the public purpose and for the industry, an act to amend the law for the purchase of the land for public purpose and or for business, an act to amend the law for the possession of the land for public purpose and for manufacturing, an act to amend the law for the acquisition of the land for the public purpose and companies. Option D is the correct answer. Effect of non-negotiable crossing is mentioned under. Non-negotiable crossing is mentioned under section 130. Section 16 of the NI Act defines restrictive endorsement, conditional endorsement, endorsement in full and endorsement in blank, all of the above. Option C is the correct answer. Question number 47. The Land Acquisition Act came into force on first day of March 1894. Direct question. Which of the following sentence can the court of the session pass? Sessions court can pass death sentence, rigorous imprisonment, simple imprisonment, any sentence authorized by law. But said death sentence must be confirmed by the High Court. So correct answer is option D. 49. Which of the following is not a requirement for a foreign judgment to be conclusive? It must be given on the merits of the case. It must be pronounced by the court of competent jurisdiction. It was not obtained by fraud. It is by a court in an enemy country. So 49, correct answer is option D, is not a requirement. Question number 50. Which one is a foreign award? An award in the arbitration where at last At least one party is non-Indian. An award passed in a foreign stated arbitration. An award passed in an arbitration where both the parties are non-Indian. None of the above. Correct answer is option B. An award passed in a foreign seated arbitration. Question number 51. If a man marries a girl who is within his prohibited relationship and his custom does not permit such marriage, such a man would be punished under he would be punished under section 18 clause B of the Hindu Marriage Act. 52. Which section of the Hindu Marriage Act provides that a child from a void marriage would be legitimate? Option A, that is section 11. Under which of the following articles of the Indian Constitution Parliament is empowered to legislate with respect to a matter in the state list in national interest? Section 249. 54. In which of the following case the court has laid down the right to life does not include right to die? Srimati Gyan-Kaur versus State of Punjab. The question whether a bill is a money bill or not is decided by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Decision under 10th schedule is taken by the presiding officer of the House. Which one of the following section of CRPC deals with irregularities which vitiate proceeding? Section 461. Question number 58. Which one of the following is not an essential element of a decree? Conclusive determination of the rights of the parties, formal expression of adjudication, an adjudication from which an appeal lies as an appeal from an order. Adjudication must have been given in a suit before the court. Correct answer is option C. An adjudication from which an appeal lies as an appeal from an order. Which of the following fact is not relevant in the civil and criminal cases under section 8 of the Evidence Act? Which is not relevant? Option B. Attempt is not relevant. BATNA stands for Bilateral Agreement to Negotiation and Arbitration. Best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Question number 61. Section 9 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act deals with discretionary power of the court. The case of Muhammad Allahabad Khan versus Muhammad Ismail Khan is related to acknowledgement of paternity. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court was in 2007 declared pronouncement of talaq 3 times at a time by a Muslim husband as unconstitutional? This was held in the case of Shaira Banu versus Union of India. Which one of the following is true about the Latin maxim ubi jus ibi remedium? Where there is right, there is remedy. Where there is remedy, there is right. Both A and B, none of the above. Correct answer option A. Where there is right, there is remedy. The Latin word injuria sine damnum literally means infringement of legal right without damages. Both these questions are repeated and ಒಂದೇ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ all 2-3 papers ಅಲ್ಲಿ repeat ಆಗಿರುವಂತ question. Latin maxims are important for your exam. Question number 66. Provision relating to the claims tribunal is given under dash of Motor Vehicle Act. It's given under section 165 to 175. From which of the following countries the Constitution of India has borrowed the power of judicial review? Judicial review was borrowed from USA. Enforcement of which of the following articles of the Constitution of India cannot be suspended even during the proclamation of emergency? Even during proclamation of emergency, 20 and 21. For the first time in India, income tax was introduced by Sir James Wilson in the year. It was introduced in the year of 1860. In which case, Justice J.C. Shah of Supreme Court observed, since by the exercise of the power is a more serious invasion is made upon the rights, privacy and freedom of the taxpayer, the power must be exercised strictly in accordance with law and only for the purpose for which law authorizes it to be exercised. This was held in the case of ITO versus State Brothers. Question number 71. Which of the following statements are true? Minors contract can be ratified on attaining majority. Minors contract be ratified jointly by both the parties. Minor is not liable under the minors contract. Correct answer option B. 2 and 4 are the correct options. Question number 72. Under which one of the following section of CRPC, police officer can arrest an accused without warrant? An accused can be arrested without warrant under section 41. 73. Which one of the following courts under the CRPC can try a murder case? Judicial Magistrate First Class, Chief Judicial Magistrate, Court of Session, none of the above. It can be tried by Court of Session. Question number 74. The authentication to be affected by the use of a systematic crypto system and hash function is known as public key, private key, digital signature, electronic governance. It is known as digital signature. Question number 75. Punishment for cyber terrorism under section 66F shall be punishable. It shall be punishable with imprisonment which may extend to imprisonment for life. Question number 76. Section 2J of Industrial Disputes Act define industry means any business, trade, undertaking, manufacture or calling of employers included any calling, service, employment, handicraft, industrial occupation for women. Correct answer is all of the above. 77. One of the following statements is not true. Which one is that? A. A confession by one co-accused implicating other co-accused would be proved. B. A confession to a police officer cannot be proved. C. A confession by a person in the custody of the police officer to any person in the presence of the magistrate can be proved. If the confession of a person leads to recovery of a thing, it can be proved. Option A is not true. Question number 78. The Kashmira Singh versus State of MP is a leading case on. It's a leading case on confession of a co-accused. The Consumer Protection Act came into force on 24 December 1986. Which one of the following sections of Consumer Protection Act defines consumer? It is defined under section 2, clause 1, subclause D. Question number 81. Principle of the law of taxation. Principle of law of taxation that no tax shall be levied or collected except by the authority of law. It is contained under 265 of Constitution. Under which section of the Income Tax Act income of other persons are included? Assessee's total income. Section 60 to 65. Which one of the following sentence is correct? All India consideration must follow from promise only. In India, consideration must follow only promisor or only promisee. In India, consideration must follow from promisor or any other person. In India, consideration must follow from promisee or any other person. Correct answer is option D, promisee or any other person. Assertion, collateral transaction to wagering are void. Reason, only wagering agreements are declared void under section 30 of the Indian Contract Act. So, idರಲ್ಲಿ A is true, R is false. A is false, R is true. A and R are true, but R is not a correct explanation of A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Option D, correct answer. The holder in term holder includes payee, endorsed, the bearer, all of the above. In which of the following cases Supreme Court held that an international commercial arbitration is one which has its juridical or legal seat of arbitration outside India? This was held in the case of Bharat Aluminium Company versus Kaisar Aluminium Technical Services, 2012. Question number 87. Which of the following provision of Hindu Succession Act lays down for the escheat? So, Hindu Succession Act for escheat, section 29. Under the Indian Evidence Act, the character of a person is not relevant in which of the following cases? Previous good character of an accused in criminal case, previous bad character in reply to good character in criminal case, character to prove conduct imputed in civil case, character affected the amount of damage in civil case. Option D, character affected the amount of damage in civil cases. Which one of the following is primary evidence? Document produced for the inspection of the court is a primary evidence. Question number 90. Under the Hindu Maintenance and Adoption Act, which of the both following circumstances can a dependent enforce his right to maintenance against a transferee or an estate out of which he has a right to receive the maintenance? He has a right to receive maintenance, both A and B. Question number 92. Which one of the following courts or tribunals cannot entertain a public interest litigation? Central Administrative Tribunal cannot entertain PIL. 93. Write a certiorari. Writ of certiorari can be, idu writ agbeku. Writ of certiorari can be issued against. It can be issued against judicial and quasi-judicial bodies. 94. Supreme Court of India held that it is a permanent obligation of every member of the medical profession, either government or private, to give medical aid to every injured person brought for treatment immediately without waiting for the procedural formalities. This was held in the case of Parmanand Katara versus Union of India 1989. The Supreme Court of India has issued the direction to make the CBI independent agency so that it can function more effectively and investigate crimes and corruption at the high places in the public life in India. This was held in the case of Vincent Narayan versus Union of India. Rule of law means equality before law, supremacy of law, predominance of legal spirit, and all of the above. The purpose of writ of quo warranto is writ of quo warranto to compel public authority to perform the duty, to restrain public authority to do illegal act, to oust the illegal occupant of a public post. Correct answer. Under the Dissolution of the Muslim Marriage Act 1939, a Muslim wife can seek dissolution of marriage if the husband fails to perform marital obligation for 3 years. 99. The concept of curative petition was introduced by the Supreme Court of India in the case of Rupa Ashok Hurra versus Ashok Hurra 2002. Question number 100. Right to free legal aid was recognized as a fundamental right under the Article 21 of the Indian Constitution in the case of M.H. Hoskote versus State of Maharashtra 1978. So, illige nima answers, questions complete agate 100 questions. So, you will have 100 questions in your AIBE exam and idu nimma AIBE 14th paper agittu. Already now 3 question papers solve ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. AIBE 15, 16 and 17. ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಐ ಬಟನ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಎಂಡ್ ತನಕ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ಗೆ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 9650849915. ಈ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈ ನಡೀತಿರೋಂಥ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಜಡ್ಜ್, ಯು ಡಿಸರ್ವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಜಡ್ಜ್, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಟು ದೀಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಈ ಜರ್ನಿನ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಎಂಡ್ ತನಕ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್, ಶೇರ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ನೇನಾದರೂ ಕ್ವೆರೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು.